Listen up, because the market is moving faster than a politician changing his story on election day. If you think buying a handgun in 2025 is as simple as grabbing the nearest polymer box off the shelf, you are living in the past, brother. I've had it up to here with these bureaucrats telling us what's scarce, but what's truly disappearing are smart buying opportunities. Inflation isn't just hitting gas prices, it's hitting reliable steel and quality manufacturing slots. We are not here to review plastic toys for the internet crowd. We are here to talk about assets that run when the grid goes down. This list is a forced hybridization. We are taking the absolute best runners from the budget lines and mixing them with the top shelf engineering that leaves the old guard choking on dust. If you want performance that costs less than an ambulance ride or the absolute pinnacle of modern design, pay attention. These are the 7 pieces you need to be looking at before supply chains collapse again. Heckler & Koch VP9 Match. Pornography showing muscle, and American shooters are devouring it faster than cheap beer at a barbecue. The Heckler & Koch VP9, especially in its match configuration, is what happens when a company famous for true battle rifles decides to build a striker-fired pistol right. This is royalty in the world of ballistics. We are looking at a gun that comes from the factory grouping better than many custom jobs you'd pay thousands for today. The standard VP9 was already a tank, but the match pushes the envelope with that extended barrel, often running 5.5 inches, married to a bushing system using an O-ring. That's precision you can set your watch to, ensuring repeatable accuracy shot after shot. Forget the lightweights. This piece has the necessary heft to keep things stable. It addresses the age-old problem of recoil impulse with sophisticated engineering rather than just adding bulk. For the older shooter, this means less pounding on the joints while maintaining speed. The controls are fully ambidextrous, meaning whether you shoot southpaw or righty, the mag releases and slide locks are right where they should be. It's built for maintenance in the field, too. Think simple disassembly without needing specialized tools, something you can teach a rookie in 5 minutes. Now, the downside. The price tag is steep. You are paying a premium, easily climbing well over the $1,500 mark for the match version, and holsters for that extended slide are not sitting on every shelf like they are for the Glock 19. But if you demand German precision and rock-solid reliability when the chips are down, this HK earns its keep. It's the ultimate fusion of modern ergonomics and over-engineered durability. While this German powerhouse handles competition duties beautifully, it might be overkill if all you are doing is carrying it in your waistband all day. For that kind of constant carry, you need something leaner, something that respects the daily grind on your hip. Frontline. Dut. Glock 17, Generation 5. The Glock 17, Generation 5, is the definition of the tried and true. It's that lifelong friend who never complains, never needs fixing, and just shows up every time. In this increasingly chaotic market of 2025, where every manufacturer is chasing the newest plastic fad, the G17 Gen 5 is still flying off the shelves because it's the perfected version of the original revolution. This full-size marvel started it all back in the 80s, and after 5 generations of refinement, it has hit that sweet spot of perfection that brings shooters back to the line. It weighs in around 25.06 ounces unloaded, heavy enough to tame the 9mm round, but still manageable for duty use or home defense scenarios. The capacity, 17+1, remains the gold standard for a duty sidearm. The big leap in the Gen 5, and the reason old schoolers are upgrading their older models, is the trigger system. It's undeniably the smoothest striker-fired trigger Glock has ever shipped factory standard. A clean break, a crisp reset. It makes those fast follow-up shots feel almost automatic, which is critical when you need to put accurate lead downrange quickly. Reliability? It's the benchmark. The aftermarket support is frankly insane. You can customize every spring, every piece of metal, every polymer surface until it fits your hand like it was molded for you. The main drawbacks are what they have always been. The grip circumference is thick, making it murder for small hands to hold comfortably for long periods. And forget trying to carry this deep concealed unless you are built like a linebacker. And those factory sights are still cheap plastic, good for zeroing but useless after one hard training session. Still, for about $580, you are getting the most polished version of the most proven pistol design in modern history. If the 19 is the perfect compact carry, the 17 is the perfect foundational home defense and range weapon. But let's pivot now to something that packs serious features without requiring you to buy a whole new ecosystem of upgrades. Canik TP9 SFX. Cleanliness. Here at the number 3 spot is a pistol that makes you question the prices on everything else. The Canik TP9 SFX. Frankly, this Turkish-made handgun feels like a pricing error that the factory has yet to catch. This is a competition-level tool masquerading as a budget option. It is built for serious performance, yet you can snag one for well under $600, delivering an incredible amount of value that leaves Glock looking stingy. Chambered in 9mm, it boasts an impressive 20-round capacity, perfect for stacking up rounds without constantly reloading. The barrel is 5.2 inches, match grade, which gives you a generous sight radius and accuracy that is shocking right out of the box. This is the tool you want when you are smashing steel plates every weekend or running timed courses of fire. It keeps pace with guns that cost twice as much. Feature-wise, Canik kicks the door in. It is optics ready without needing any specialized plates. They include them. It comes with fiber optic sights up front, a crisp, flat-faced trigger breaking reliably between 3.5 to 4 pounds, and a flared magwell to speed up your reloads when the clock is running. They even toss in extra backstraps and 2 magazines in the case. Meanwhile, the established American brands are still handing you cheap plastic sights and patting themselves on the back. The trade-off? It is a full-size pistol, so deep concealment is out of the question. And while aftermarket support is growing, it still cannot match the sheer depth of options available for a Glock or a Sig Sauer. But if you are looking for the highest performance per dollar ratio in the handgun world right now, the TP9 SFX is punching way outside its weight class. While this pistol dominates the range, we need to look at something designed from the ground up for maximum immediate readiness right out of the box, something that makes compromise look like a weakness. Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro. The Springfield Armory Hellcat Pro is the result of a smart company watching a successful product, the original Hellcat, and asking the eternal question, what if we stretched it just enough? Springfield analyzed the success of that micro-compact and saw the sweet spot, the ability to maintain excellent carry profile while delivering duty-grade performance. That is why this beast is scorching the sales charts. It shoots like a service pistol but carries like a subcompact. We are talking about a hammer-forged barrel of 3.7 inches, delivering real muzzle velocity, and a capacity of 15+1 in the flush-fitting magazine, all while staying under 1 inch thick. That is the key differentiator for the older shooter struggling with bulk. You get the capacity without the massive grip width. The sights are fantastic for aging eyes. Tritium front post paired with a tactical rackable rear sight, giving you excellent visibility in low light right away, no added expense. The melanite finish on the slide is tougher than old boot leather, resisting corrosion and wear better than standard offerings. Springfield even added an extended beaver tail to keep your hand high and prevent slide bite, a real concern when you are pressing the pace. The downside here is that proprietary optic mount. If you invest heavily in a specific red dot ecosystem, Springfield might not play nice. Their mount limits your direct red dot options compared to the universal RMSC footprint. Also, those magazine springs come stiff as barbed wire, meaning you need to spend some serious time loading and unloading them before they cooperate. At around $600, this is the practical balance, the perfect mix of size and real combat capacity. But if we are talking about feature loading straight from the factory, we need to look at the German engineers who prioritize user customization above all else. Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus. Defiance. The Smith & Wesson M&P Shield Plus is what happens when a heritage company finally listens to the folks actually carrying their guns every day. The original Shield was a lightweight champ, but as the micro-compact war escalated, S&W understood that offering only 7 rounds was essentially waving the white flag. The Shield Plus is their evolution, and it has crushed sales expectations since its arrival. This is not just an expanded magazine, it is a full reinvention of the slim, everyday carry pistol. You get 10+1 in the flush magazine and 13+1 with the extended version, all while keeping the width barely over 1.1 inches and the weight at a svelte 20.2 ounces. This is an excellent choice for the shooter who finds the Glock 19 just a hair too chunky for comfortable all-day concealment, especially under a light coat. The new grip texture is firm and secure without being abrasively sharp, a huge win for folks with softer hands or arthritis. The barrel axis sits low, which helps manage muzzle flip, letting you get back on target faster than you might expect from such a small frame. Features like the Armor K finish give it superior resistance to sweat, grime, and holster wear. The negatives center on the small controls. That slide stop and the magazine release are tiny little nubs that require deliberate effort under stress, which is frankly frustrating when you need a fast reload. Furthermore, it is priced higher than some of the budget breakers, sitting around $480 for the base models. But for a reliable, well-engineered piece of American steel and polymer that respects your desire to stay concealed, the Plus version makes the original obsolete. While this pistol is a great concealed carry option, let's look at another compact champion that is famous for its battlefield reliability and sheer omnipresence. The Glock 19 is the baseline, the standard against which all other compact polymer pistols are measured. If you do not have a G19, you probably have its bigger brother, the 17, or its smaller brother, the 26. But right now, in this inflationary environment, the 19 is still the smartest buy for the man who values logistics. It is the perfect do-it-all size. Not too small for real training, not too large for discreet carry when necessary. It hits that ideal balance for 23.6 ounces unloaded, feeding 15+1 rounds of 9mm. The reason it is still number 6 on a list of superior feature-packed guns is simple: ubiquitous support. The aftermarket is massive. You can find parts, replacement barrels, and magazines anywhere in the country, even when the big distributors are empty. It has a proven history with every military and police force on the planet, meaning it is durable, and the design is so simple that mechanical failure is rare. The downside is that Glock refuses to innovate past the bare minimum. The trigger feels spongy compared to the Canic or the Shadow System's derivative. It lacks that clean break you crave under pressure. The grip angle simply does not work for every single human being, forcing you into an unnatural wrist position. And let's be honest, the factory plastic sights are a joke. You must spend an extra $50 immediately to make it functional. But at around $500, it is the most practical pistol ever made, period. It just runs. It is the Toyota Tacoma of the handgun world. Ugly, but it will outlast your government. But after talking about the reliable workhorse, it is time to discuss an option that blends that same reliability with the modern, sleek look that everyone is demanding, especially those who like cutting weight with advanced materials. Sig Sauer P365 Series. The Sig Sauer P365 series is the gun that didn't just change the game for concealed carry, it set the entire industry on fire, forcing everyone else to play catch-up. When this micro-compact first hit the market, other pocket pistols looked like museum pieces. Suddenly, carrying 10 rounds in the same footprint as a 7-round gun became the expectation, not the exception. In 2025, the platform remains dominant, especially with variants like the XL and the AXG Legion adding refinement. The standard P365 gives you that original magic, but the modular nature is the real selling point. You can move slides, frames, and fire control units around. For the shooter dealing with hand fatigue or needing a softer grip, SIG offers interchangeable grip modules to tailor the fit precisely. The factory sights on many current models are tritium night sights, ready for dark emergencies straight out of the box. And the slides are optic ready, accepting popular micro red dots without needing an adapter plate. A huge win for simplifying your setup. The flat trigger option on modern variants provides a much cleaner break than the early models, offering better control for precision shots. However, you have to admit, these guns have a reputation for being finicky early on. Some of the first production runs had reliability gremlins that required factory service. The texturing on the grip, while providing a secure hold, can be painful during extended range sessions, grinding into the meat of your palm. Furthermore, you are paying for that premium branding. The price starts around $500 for the base models and quickly climbs towards $650 for the specialized Legion variants. They command a higher price because they deliver class-leading capacity in the absolute smallest package possible. While this pistol is the king of small, the question remains, are you willing to pay a premium for shrinking technology? Or do you need something rugged that offers a better grip angle right out of the box? There you have it, boys. 7 pistols that are currently dominating the market because they deliver what the modern defender actually demands: reliability, superior features, and verifiable capacity right out of the box. We navigated from the feature-packed German perfection of the HK to the rugged, ubiquitous utility of the Glock 19, proving that you don't always have to buy the newest thing, but sometimes you absolutely must upgrade from the dinosaur in your safe. Remember, these are tools, not toys. You buy what runs when the chips are down, and you buy it cheap and stack it deep before the next piece of legislation locks the doors. Now, I want to hear from the hardened vets out there. Do you trust the flat-shooting engineering of the Canic, or do you swear by the time-tested reliability of the Glock platform? Do you believe these newer designs will hold their value when the supply chain snaps? Or is it the proven designs that matter most? Spill it in the comments below. If this no-nonsense analysis helped you focus your next dollar, smash that like button and subscribe for more market readings without the fluff. Stay armed and stay informed.